Hello everybody and welcome to another episode with Manchester United on the FM20 beta. I think we're doing a lot better than Ollie is at the moment as well. We're halfway through where Ollie is. After 11 games he's only got 13 points. We've got 10 points from 5 games. That includes 3 victories, a draw, and we did lose a game. It was our very next game after Liverpool. We drew 2-2 away from home to being 2-0 up. We were denied by a late goal. But the Tottenham game, we got absolutely spanked. It was the same old story. Second half, crap. To put it bluntly, excellent first half. We had so many chances. But second half they came out fighting, and 2 goals from Heung-min and a Peters goal as well. Making it 3-0. A very, very heavy defeat. Not the sort of result I was expecting, but we did follow that up with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Norwich. Fred scoring in the 93rd minute. He came on together with Chong. Chong passed it over to Fred. Fred hammered it in. I was getting upset about this game. We were all over them. Let me just have a quick look at the stats, just to prove that we were all over them. 30 shots to 3, 11 on target. Not the great, 56% possession. It wasn't the best, it has to be said, but we couldn't put anything on target, really, to be fair. And then in the last game, we beat Leicester. Daniel James and Fred scoring once again. Fred seems to be up his game a bit now. Today we have got the first game in the Europa League, and then we've got an away game at Slippery Wolves. Right then, for this game in the Europa League, we're going to have De Gea in goal. We've got Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Devine at left back. No Dalot this time. He is on the bench though, just in case we need him. McTominay, we've got Fred in the centre. Sancho, Fernandes, Rashford along the attacking midfielders. And then we've got Martial, who's not really doing an awful lot this season. He hasn't scored a goal yet. Fernandes hasn't scored a goal yet. Sanchez has got one. Rashford's got one. But Fred is our star player at the minute. 2 goals. Straight into the kick-off and play. We're going to take another angle on the game. I think this is TV. So we're going to have a look at this way, see if you like this, and if you like it, then please pop a like in there. And otherwise, we'll try another one. We might have a look at 2D next time round in the next episode. But for the time being, we'll play with the TV mode at the moment. Bissaka on the right hand side. Cross comes in, not the best. We are at home though. It should be an easy 3 points. We've been handed an easy group, and afterwards I'll show you the group as well. Something I should have done earlier on, but it is quite an easy group. We have got Macca Tel Aviv, Israeli. We've got Romanian side as well, and can't remember the other team. We'll have a look afterwards. Sancho on the ball to Fred. What a goal, and that is very like the goal he scored against was it Norwich or was it Leicester? It's a fantastic goal either way. A volley from outside the box, but Rashford on the ball. He's had to come deep to come and get it though, so I'm not impressed about that. But Bissaka down the line. Sancho, are you going to run? Are you going to take it? No, he's going to spread it out wide to Fred, to Rashford. He's going to cut inside, but Devine is left on the left hand side all on his own. He's going to plenty of time to get the cross in, but he chooses to go to Fred. But Fred and Devine are playing pretty much on their own over there. Get the cross in. Look at this. They're trying to find the gap, and McTominay's going to have a pop. He does, and that's a good save. So it's a good view of the stadium as well, especially this corner. Look at that. Very nice indeed. Cross comes in. It's in the back of the net. Sancho with his second goal of the season and another header as well, I believe. 1-0. We'll have a closer look, this time behind the goal. It's a good cross, and it's a very... Well, Sancho couldn't really miss, could he? Ball over the right hand side. It cuts inside. I can't really... Hermani. David. Oh, that's a good save by De Gea. In other news, Dalot was third in the Youngest Player of the Month award, I think it was. I can't quite remember who did win it in the end. I wasn't really interested, to be fair. But Dalot did get 3rd spot, which I was quite impressed. I thought it might have been Sancho or even Devine or somebody like that. Right, ball into the centre. Fred out wide to Rashford. Rashford where he should be. He's going to cut inside once again, but Devine has got acres of space. Again, finds Fred. It seems like it's his buddy, Fred is. He's helping out the youngster quite a lot, and that is another goal. Martial this time getting his first goal of the season, finally off the mark, and he's ecstatic about that. And another header seems to be the way it's going in this game. Very nice to see as well. Bissaka, great cross in, and Martial deep into the corner. Brilliant stuff. 17 shots, 12 on target. It's a big improvement on the last game. But it should be more goals than that, I feel. I don't think I've seen that many shots on goal, though, to be fair. We're on the ball at the far side. If you can see Bissaka over there, little tiny guy. Martial plays it back to Bissaka, who should cross it in. It does cross it in, but wow, Rashford this time. He scores his second goal of the season. And 3-0, we're flying. When I said it was going to be an easy group, it's going to be an easy group. It's a competition I think we should go ahead and win. I think it's something that United should be looking to now winning and concentrating on in the Europa League instead of just scraping by. We're going to have another look at this goal. Well onside. Number 33 has got his foot over the line, but that's a cracking goal by Rashford. De Gea plays out to Divine. Lovely play there. Divine's he's looking very sharp for a 17-year-old. Very sharp indeed. Fred plays it back to Divine again. He's going to find Fred again. As regular as clockwork, Fred sprays it out wide to Bissaka, and we're bypassing our star players though. Fred, Divine, and plays it into Rashford. It's easy, isn't it? This is good. 4-0. This is our highest victory so far this season. Not counting the friendlies, we did have an 8-0 and a 5-0 in that friendly final that we played, that competition. But that was the first bit of silverware, which really doesn't matter. But Rashford, all the time in the world there, and slots it in. We are going to pause it, and we are going to make a quick substitution. Fernandes, we're going to give you a rest, and we're going to bring in Pereira in that position. Sancho as well. We're going to bring in Chong, and Daniel James for Rashford. There you go. Have a little bit of game time out there, guys. 20 minutes to go. Don't get yourselves injured or do anything silly. Just rest our players for the next game, which we have got Wolves away from home. 5 to go. We have got 72,000, 140 away fans though. Disappointing, but I guess it is a little bit of a way to go. But that's a... Wow, he's just missed an open goal, and De Gea. That was poor goalkeeping. Right, that should be time up, and it is. 4-0. United 4, Maccabi Tel Aviv 0. And well, we're going to be top of the group. I can't even remember really who we have got in the in our table really. We got these guys here, I think it is. AA Ghent. They beat CFR 2-0. Red Devils meet expectations in dominant win. Well, yeah, I should think so too as well. Bonuses paid out. What for? What for winning? Following bonus have been paid out as a result of reaching the group stage. Okay, and we received 511,000 for winning. Well, that was all swallowed up by them bonuses by a long way. Rashford, we'll play Rashford as well. In front of goal, well done, son. Right, the tables then for this season. Arsenal got Austria Vienna, Apoel and Getafe. Wolves got Besiktas, Victoria Pleasant and Ferencváros. Arsenal winning 4-0 in their game as well. Like I say, against CFR and Maccabi Tel Aviv we have in our group. Moscow, Feyenoord, Frankfurt and Wolfsburg. There's Strasbourg, Krasnodar, Sparta Prague and AEK, Rennes, Roma, Copenhagen and Slavia Prague. We've got Sevilla, Torino. That's could be a good tie. Bate and Rosenborg. Wolfsburg, Red Star, Braga and Basaksehir. Sorry, I butchered it. Lazio, Lugano, Espanyol, PAOK. Spartak Moscow, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Olympiacos and Lask. That's a tough group. And you've got Sporting Maribor, Saint Etienne and Alexandria. We last won it a few years ago. Atletico and Chelsea have won it in the last 2 seasons. Wow. Okay, we've got Wolves coming up. We'll see you in a few seconds when we take on Wolves. And hopefully grind out a victory. Changes this time. Wow, look at the formation Wolves have got. That's just crazy. Right. Just a couple of changes. Like I said, we got Dalla at right back, Twanzebe for the tired Maguire, Divine is going to continue on the left hand side. We've got Pogba coming in now to play alongside Fred. Chong is on the right hand side. James is injured out for a couple of days. Sancho is going to move over to the left. Bruno Fernandes in the centre, and then obviously we're going to have Martial up front. We have got Rashford on the bench if need be. Here we go. That's very sitting back and waiting for us to come and attack, isn't it? Right, let's challenge him to play with the left off. Right, okay. We're still at the TV mode. I mean, I quite like that, I must admit. You can get quite a good vision of the pitch as well, especially in the corners. And as Wolves come forward, Chong nicks it off him. Great stuff, Delot. It's nice to see some different players playing. We just need to, because we've got a small squad and not much depth, because I've took them all out on loan. We do need to change the teams around a little bit, and Martial latches on to a Paul Pogba strike against the post. Thankfully he was sitting right in front of it. That's a great ball in, and Fred into Pogba, and Pogba just strikes it first off the post. I mean, look at that. The goalkeeper really didn't have to dive. He dived after it came back off the post. But Martial, plenty of room for his second goal of the season. Right, the ball's played out to Delot. Into Lindelof. And we're playing the ball around very, very nicely, which is good to see. Fred now over to Chong. That's a cracking ball, actually. I thought it was heading for the Wolves player there. But Sancho on the right-hand side slides in, carries on with the ball. Fernandes to Pogba. This time he does strike it. He doesn't hit the post. It goes inside the post this time. And it's 2-0. We're 2-0 up after 11 minutes against Wolves, which is absolutely amazing. We normally come here and slip up, but not this time. Don't know what Sancho was trying to do there, though, but it worked. And Pogba, wow, all the time in the world. And, wow, it's nowhere near the post at all, is it? Wonderful stuff. Pogba to Martial. Lovely. Fred. We're going to just play it around. Sancho at the top left hand side. Pogba plays into Fernandes. Fernandes not really getting into the game as much now the season has actually started, so I don't know whether it's the quality of teams that we're playing against, but from the friendlies he's not really gotten himself involved. But Martial is on hand yet again from a Paul Pogba strike. Was that again off the post or was it off the crossbar? I didn't quite notice, but his reactions are very, very quick. Pogba is getting really involved. And I think with the addition of Bruno Fernandes, it's off the bar this time, but Fernandes' addition has really upped his game, Pogba's. So maybe, just maybe, we may just hang on to him. I do apologise if my face looks a little bit blurry. I think the camera is just on its way. I'm not sure whether it's a battery or something. I'm not so sure. We'll see how it goes. Not that you want to be looking at my face, though, to be perfectly honest. You want to be having a look at this game. 3-0 at half time. We were 2-0 up at half time against Liverpool, or was it 1-0? We were 2-0 up at one point, but 3-0 up to be by half time. That's really good. We're looking to get more than 4 goals now, I'm hoping. We appreciate your efforts. Nice. Okay, straight back into it there. We've pegged them back into their corner. Bennett with the throw into Dendoncker. And they play it back to the goalkeeper. They're playing it from the back. And Otto comes forward. He's looking for a run. But we should have... I'm sorry, but Adama should have been picked up. Divine, come on then, son. Oh, I thought you held it back there, though. But again, defence-wise, we are very, very strong apart from the passing like that. That's poor passing there from Pogba. Blind passing. But Bennett down the line again. And it should be 3-1 by now, but it's not. Wolves are having so many chances, they're just not taking. Fernandes, free kick. Not quite. Tonzibi plays it back. And Diago runs away with it once more over to Adama. He's running down the line. I mean, the three on the left-hand side, we're saying just a second ago how strong our defence is. We do get back in plenty of time, though. And Divine with a lovely interception to Sancho. Now he's just beating down the wing. Gets tackled by Bennett. Didn't expect that. Sancho may need a little bit of a rest, I think. But Diago's on goal again. And again, he misses. De Gea with a fantastic save once more. Oh, umbrellas. Burger stand. They can sit outside while watching the game. Right, De Gea. Lovely catch. We're going to make a substitution because we seem to be under the cosh a little bit again at half time. Pereira can come in Fernandez. We're going to bring a Fred for McTominay. Lindelof. I'm just going to take him off. Swap him and Twanzebe around. Straight back in. 3 substitutions. Or Maguire, McTominay and Pereira coming on. Just solidified that back. Ball comes across. Chong gets a good header in. He's playing a full game today, Chong. He is a good player. Again, I think he just needs game time, and I think in games like this we can really see what he's all about. Probably not against the top teams, but it's the only way they're going to get better, by playing better players and upping their game. Raul for Wolves. Back post. This time they do get one, and it's the same old story. We just sit off. With all the possession in the world, it still doesn't help us at all, and it's just like real life, this is. We just come out in the second half and it's rubbish, but over the top. Raul with a fantastic crossover, back post, and well, Delot's not even picked him up, has he? He's just stood there watching him. Here, have a photo finish of the goal. We're on the break though, and that's one thing about United at the moment. We are a good attacking side, counter-attacking. Martial should have been buried. He should have buried that. Why did he not bury it? Corner ball. Andreas Pereira to take it. Just lob it into the centre. And the corners are a little bit better, but we're still not getting on them. Chong picks it up. I'm going to play it out wide. Inside to Pogba. There's a guy on the left. Well, we'll play it. That's a poor ball, but I think he was just kicking out, wasting time. There's a bad ball. Full time coming up. Hurrah! Wolves 1, Manchester United 3. And it's a tricky game and a tricky stadium to come to and get a victory out of there. Martial was on a hat-trick, I wasn't aware. Pleased with the result and the way he played, I guess. Second half, much to be desired. What's that do to the table? So just a couple of games to go, and we'll see what it does to the table. We've got fixture congestion coming up as well. We've got Derby in the Carabao Cup in midweek and then Chelsea away. But 4th spot it is. Villa and Palace draw. Watford carry on winning. Look at Watford atop the table. What? How? We've got Villa, Newcastle, Norwich bringing up the rear. Any shocks down there? Chelsea in 10th. Arsenal in 9th. That's shocking. Liverpool in 6th. And our run carries on. I like winning. I do like winning. Something we're not doing with the United proper at the moment. So we're going to carry on a few more games. And then we'll come back round about here, I guess. Southampton, Everton maybe. That could be quite good. We won't bother with the Europa League because we should be flying through that altogether. So I think that's what we'll do. Round about Southampton, Everton will move along very, very quickly. So if you enjoyed that, please pop a like on there. If you'd like to see more on YouTube channel, please subscribe. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.